So how we get all that, so you may not be interested in helping people do their own environmental science, especially in the face of environmental injustice. I don't know what wicked problems you may be tackling, but I do know 3 good ways that we're working that I think could help almost any effort. The first, keep any tools or accessories low cost and simple, work open source and collaboratively. For example, you could think what a camera can do. Think about off-the-shelf consumer technology and how it could be repurposed. It'll save you from making custom equipment for whatever your particular mission is. Then, if you keep your accessories simple, it allows different regions of the world to improvise with what they have locally at hand, and it spurs innovation. And when you make whatever equipment you might need, if you make it from the ground up yourself, it'll make you more knowledgeable, a better researcher, and you'll learn more. So here's pillar 2, open source. So what open means to us is that you can pop the top, open the back, look at how something's made, begin to understand it, modify it, and improve it. And what these licenses guarantee is that for anyone who takes open source technology and improves it and makes it better, those improvements get committed back, growing the commons, growing the body of shared knowledge that everyone has access to, no proprietary fees. Working open source does not prohibit commercial activity. In fact, it protects everyone. Say a company wants to improve some open source technology so that they have better marketability, they can do that, and then the original community reaps the benefits of those improvements. For example, the icons at the bottom are just a small sampling of open source programs upon which Public Lab has built our map knitter, spectral workbench, SkyCam, and Infogram. Pillar 3, work collaboratively. When you participate in an open source project, everyone gets attribution, everyone gets credit under their own name. It's an extremely fast way to get recognition. It's not like your work contributes to a company and you are faceless behind a company name. You are working under your own name. Shown in the background is our contributor log for our tools. Every tool that we ship out has a complete list of everyone who's contributed to it. You are, even though you're part of a large group, you get a massively individual experience. So if you work according to these 3 pillars, I would like to suggest that you get 3 very good benefits out of it. 1 is scale, 2 is a new way of making, and 3 is a new way of working. For scale, if I were just doing my own environmental research, would I have this many projects going? Absolutely not. So if there's a problem I care about, let's say broadly environmental injustice, by sharing, by working according to those 3 pillars, you're enabling so much lateral expansion of this good way of working. And you can see your methods spread across the world. Just a couple of examples. At left, a village in Uganda is documenting their market and asserting their land tenure claim against a developer who wants to put a building on the site of their traditional market. Second from left, Czechoslovakia. There was illegal logging happening in state forests, and activists were able to go out under cover of night, put up the balloon at dawn, and document it and create a national scandal. So we're seeing the junction of civic science and civic media, just as those images were issued out from the BP oil spill. you get great group photos, shown in image 3. In image 4, again in New Orleans, they're monitoring a coal shipping terminal where there's a lot of coal powder going into the water, and there are fines for that. The government is ready to fine, but there is so little evidence that it's up to the citizen to collect images like this to spur the government into action to enforce their own environmental laws. Second benefit is a new way of making. You become a maker. You overcome this mode of consumption. You repurpose consumption. You are creative. You reproduce items, and you start leading the way forward. And ultimately, you get a new way of working, which I would say adds meaning. I have beyond expertism up here in really big letters. And what I mean by that is you may find that your hard-won training and education has brought you here. You have equipped yourself to be able to tackle some of the world's biggest problems. But if you become possessive of the problems and you say, yes, I have that answer, you won't be able to scale in the way that I've been showing you. Your ideas won't move laterally and spread virally and pop up around the world. And you won't have as much of an impact. So this is a moment of self-check on as much passion as we all have here for social change. When you get to that good idea, think about how you're applying your expertise. Are you putting yourself in the middle, or are you enabling everyone to work on this problem with you? And so this is my last slide. I hope there was maybe something interesting in here for you all to think about. Whatever your focus is, maybe consider your models of working. Think about whether the 3 pillars of low cost and simple, open source, and collaborative could allow you to spread your impact more broadly on the wicked problems. And of course, I'd like to invite you to join Public Laboratory. All you have to do is visit publiclab.org and say hello. Thank you very much.